Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. For this video, I'd just like to review an Indicator Blu-ray that I watched last night. It's from 1973. It stars David Hemmings and Gail Honeycutt, and that movie is called Voices. Now, if you're not familiar with Voices, I'll just give you an outline of the basic plot. Then I'll talk a little bit further about, my own feelings on the movie. And give it a rating. Okay, so basically, Voices is about this couple, played by David Hemmings and Gail Honeycutt, who are actually a husband and wife in real life at the time this movie was made. Now the movie starts off. I think they're taking a holiday on like a boat and that, in the country, and they've got a little boy in that, basically the little boy's he's playing with his dog and that, yeah. So what do? You go onto the boat and that, for a little bit of a how's your father? Oh, missus. And carelessly and irresponsibly leave the little boy playing on his own by this by the river, and it's sort of like the river's sort of like really restless and that, like it's just looking at it, you can see like how dangerous it is, like if anybody should slip and that, So as I say, they go to the go inside inside the boat and that, and they leave the boy on his own and that, leave him to his own devices. Now, basically, Gail Honeycutt, as she's sort of like with her husband and that, making love on the bed, in the boat, she does keep looking out the window from time to time just to check on the boy, just to see if he's all right and that. And then all of a sudden, and she looks again, he's vanished. Well, of course, she starts panicking and that, and she gets up and that, and he both rush outside, shouting his name and that. And he's gone. He's completely gone. So we can conclude what's happened. He fell into the river and drowned. But they're looking all over and that, relentlessly. They go into the woods, no sign of him. Go all over. They even get some coast guards to sort of like help them, and they go along the river, no sign of him. So we can conclude that he's fell into the as a result of their irresponsibility. He's fell into the water and drowned. Yeah. Now the movie cuts then. Cuts to another scene where the couple are in the car driving to this big country house and that, because it turns out that David Hemmings, the husband, his wife's had a breakdown and that, and we get this is revealed in a series of flashbacks. She's had a breakdown as a result of the shock of losing her son, drowning and that. So she gets put away like for a while and that, in a mental asylum. And she comes out and that, and well, let's believe that she's okay in that, But when you go to the house and that, it's very, very atmospheric movie, this, guys, because we're driving through the countryside, and it's shrouded in dense fog, and it really gives the atmosphere, of a good English ghost story. To go to this country house and that, because her husband thinks it'll do a good, spending a couple of days there to try and sort of relax and that, and basically just chill out, really. Talk about chilling out, it does turn out to be a very, very chilling movie, guys, in more ways than one. Yeah, so yeah, they go into the big house in the country, and then immediately the friction starts coming in, because you start this verbal spar and this arguing and that, Gail Honeycutt, she starts hearing, or thinks she hears, these kids' laughter coming from somewhere in the house and that. And David Hemmings, he's very skeptical. He thinks it's just her mind playing tricks on her again, because she did attempt suicide, and again this is actually revealed in the flashbacks. She takes an overdose, and he comes in a nick of time and stops her. Then she tries to slash her wrist, all stemming from the shock, the trauma of losing her son, drowning that in the river. So basically, yeah, this goes on for quite a long time in the movie, just the two of them in the house. This is actually based on a stage play, so this is why you're getting this sort of set where just the two people in the room and that, because this was based on a stage play. So if you don't like movies where there's a lot of dialogue, guys, you might like this. But the story, it compensates for that, because it's a very good story. And boy, guys, I'm not kidding, what a twist at the end. My jaw completely dropped open. I mean, I won't say any more, but I did not see this twist coming in this movie. Oh, it was a real punch in the face, yeah. So, but getting back to the couple and that, they're arguing away. David Hemmings, he's sort of he's very down to earth. He says, oh, yeah, it's in your mind again. You're not hearing voices. There's no children in the house and that, And this goes on most of the movie, she insists she's hearing the voices. Not only does she hear the voices, she starts actually seeing, or she thinks she sees, ghostly apparitions, yeah, of children, a little girl, a little boy playing with a ball and that. And then near the end, as the movie goes on, you actually see the mother, you know, dressed in Victorian clothes. But I'll leave it at there. I won't go any further about it. But this is the movie, guys. I mean, you think like, because David Hemmings, he's very sort of like offhand about it, and you wonder now she's in the money, Gail Honeycutt. You know, she's quite rich. And you wonder if he's trying to drive her insane to start like claim her money. So there's that aspect. And then you wonder, well, is the house really haunted? You know, because it's weird, like you hear the kids laughter and that. It's a good typical English ghost story voices, yeah. And I think if you like the slow burning type movies, like, you know, it's in some ways it's very reminiscent of the Daphne du Maurier movie. Don't Look Now. It's very similar, especially the way it starts off. You know, the kid drowning and that, and then you know, they're looking all over and that, and then she goes to a medium, and then you go away for a break and that. It's all reflect. You know, it does reflect Don't Look Now quite a bit. And then it's got aspects of the you know, the ghost stories for Christmas, what used to be what it's shown every Christmas and that. It's got that element in it. Very atmospheric movie. Very shrouded in mystery. You know, you don't know what's happening. You know, the fog outside. You know, the house in the woods. Yeah, all ingredients, guys. What I always like in a movie. Yeah. So this is a great release by Indicator. But I must say to you guys, the bookended scenes, they're very clear. But inside the house, it takes on this murky aspect, and it looks as if, apparently I read the book on that, and it's sort of like this is actually the from the way the movie was shot. Because from what I can gather, the producers wanted to make it surreal when they were in the house, like a misty dreamlike atmosphere in the house. Now, so you will see a lot of grain in this movie, but that doesn't detract from the fact that how brilliant this story is, guys. Yeah, I like a good English ghost story. You know, you don't need any special effects, no jump scares. You can achieve frights without resorting to those cheap tactics. And if you like a good 70s English ghost story, I think you will like Voices. Great performances by both Gail Honeycutt and David Hemmings are really on the money, portraying this husband and wife, like the sort of like a volatile relationship. And David Hemmings, I mean, he just won't have it. You know, he just won't have it that his wife, you know, thinks she's hearing these ghosts and that, and she actually sees them. But he's very level-headed and that. And the way he's sort of like offhand and that, you know, he starts pulling a leg a bit and that, you know, taunting it a little bit and that. You wonder, is he up to something? So you've got that, as I say, you've got that aspect. And yeah, both of them, as I say, put on great performances. And this is based on a screenplay by George Kergo, and based on the play by Richard Lortz. Yeah, and as I say, it is a fantastic movie if you like good old English ghost stories. But I must warn you, if you don't like slow burn, there's a lot of talk in this movie, guys. And I'm telling you now. So you know, if you don't like a lot of talk in a movie, you might enjoy it. You know, but I enjoyed it, even though there was a lot of dialogue in it. I enjoyed it, and the twist. Boy, what a twist! Yeah, but I'll leave it there. Yeah, on the whole, I will give. Yeah, look, I think I'll give this rating wise. I think I'll give this. I think I'll give this. I think I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It just lost a couple of points in the middle, where the picture was a bit grainy, you know, and some of the scenes were a little bit talky. But having said that, I am going to keep this movie in my collection because I did like it. And Indicator are always on the money with their releases, and this is a fantastic release. They are, guys, some great special features there if you want to freeze your screens and take those in, guys. And I'll just show you the interior. So I say Indicator release. Comes with a great booklet all about the movie and that. And there's your disc. David Hemmings there as the husband. Fine actor David Hemmings. Loved him in Deep Red as well. And Eye of the Devil. So they are David Hemmings. I love it when Indicator include these booklets, and there's the little lad who tragically drowns in the river. Yeah, I love it when there's that boat, guys. Gail Honeycutt there. Yeah, it starts off such a, you know, a nice peaceful scene, like, you know, with you know, the family and that, enjoying a little sort of like getaway on their boat and that, and then tragedy strikes. But you do get angry with the couple for leaving the lad to play on, you know, his own by this river, you know, this raging river and that, and you know, they put Nucky before, they put Nucky before keeping an eye on the lad, you know. There they are, the lovely Gail Honeycutt. And loved there in The Legend of Hell House as well. And Eye of the Cat, David Hemmings, yeah. There's the little lad. You did eventually split up, David Hemmings and Gail Honey, of course they are. That's a typical family scene, guys, as I say. But yeah, real good, good creepy movie this, yeah. Loads of atmosphere. The little lad again. Lovely Gail Honeycutt again. Children. There you go. So that's the booklet, guys, yeah. And as I say, packed with extras and that. And if you like a good English ghost story, I'd highly recommend that you get Voices. Yeah, I like these kind of movies where they have this layer of mystery to them. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if the house is really haunted. You don't know if David Hemmings has got some sort of like devious, possibly murderous plan up his sleeve and that. As I say, his wife's loaded and that, you know, and he does taunt her. He even says, you know, about actually killing her. Yeah, so that raises alarm bells in your mind and that, you know, this is he sort of like up to something. Yeah, but then you've got the other aspect. I mean, has she gone doolally again? And the ghost aspect, you know, is it really haunted and that? And the ghostly children, oh yeah. And then you see a ball coming down the stairs as well, and through the sort of like partially open door and that. Very, very creepy movie, guys. Yeah, yeah. Okay, guys. Well, that concludes my review of Voices, and a movie that I will certainly be keeping in my collection. Have you seen Voices? Let me know what you think of it. Did you enjoy it? But as I say, if you're thinking about buying it, guys, I must say to you about it. It's very dialogue heavy, but as I say, the story, that doesn't detract from the general enjoyability of the story. Yeah, and what a twist. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's me review. Yeah, as I say, yeah, so if you like it, if you've seen it, leave a comment down below. Yeah, please feel free to share, subscribe, the usual, yeah. And yeah, all going well. I'll talk to you all again soon. Thanks for watching, guys.